Hello everyone, in this video we are going to see how to make a video animation in 3D high quality rendering using Google Earth Studio. Of course, don't forget to subscribe if you like those GIS content. Good luck, and if you have any questions, just write in comments. In this short tutorial you will see how to make some quick start animation using 3D rendering in Google Earth Studio. So in Google Research you have to find Google Earth Studio. Here you can open this window and you will see this presentation window. So here what you have to do is to try Earth Studio. You click on it. You have to complete this form to access this free application. So then you can submit this form and you see that the requests have been approved. Of course, you will have to read the documentation and you can join the Earth Studio user forum to share your project, your ideas, any feedback with the Earth Studio community. Now you can visit the page. So now you're into the interface of Earth Studio. So you accept the general terms. You can make new projects, or of course you can open a project that you have already created. So here we will set a new project. So I will call it Earth Studio tutorial, for example. You choose where you want to record this project. So here we will use the Earth. You can choose your dimensions. I will set this one and I will keep the 30 FPS. Start, you can click here, you enter in this Google Earth Studio interface. So here you have the timeline. In the left corner, here you see some parameters of the camera position, for example, camera rotation, many attributes, so you can add some attributes here. So we will see together how it works afterwards. Here you see the view of your project, so here you see the Earth. I think you can check the multi-view, so you can have two windows here. Yes, that's right. So here you can choose the position of your camera. So this timeline shows the chronology of the images that are displayed. So basically this will be the time of your animation. The first thing you have to set is the keyframes, so you will have to click on this button. So to move the view, you just have to click on the Earth. You can scroll to zoom somewhere, and if you zoom you see that the camera here is following your zoom parameters. And here if you want to shift the view, you hold Alt and you scroll to see the 3D view of the city. You see that you can show the entire city with the 3D view, just like that. You will see that it's pretty easy once you practice a little bit. So you see how powerful this tool is, and you can discover many places that are modeling in 3D. So let's see together how to make an animation of this 3D view. A basic principle you will have to understand is the notion of keyframe. So a keyframe marks a specific point in the time where you define a camera position or animation setting. So Google Earth Studio will automatically fill in the motion between keyframes. It will create smooth transitions. By adding and adjusting keyframes, you will control exactly how the camera moves and what the viewer sees. So it's like setting key moments in your animation timeline. So this is where we will work. Here you see the control button of the animation. So the first thing you will have to do is to move your cursor here at 0 images, and you will click on the keyframes button here on all attributes, so you see all of the keyframes. Then you will move your cursor at the left of your timeline, so it represents 450 images. And here, for example, we will move, I don't know, maybe in Italy. So for example here, so right now you can click here and you see that all of the keyframes have the attributes of those two positions. So you see that you have compute those two positions. If you want to check the view, you can play this little animation here. So this is pre-settings that are already done. So for example, the zoom, the point to point. So for example, I will present you the zoom pre-settings. So I won't record it. So here it's pretty heavy. You just have to search to define your point of interest, Roma. So I will choose this position. So I'm going to zoom a little bit, for example, in the center town, and to find some perspective. So, all right. Okay, so I'm fine with this view. So here you will have to click on this little green arrow, and you will have to choose your starting altitude. So if you're fine with this view, you can click on it here too. So you see the zoom in your animation. So here you can choose, for example, to slow your animation. And so here, for example, I will choose 10 seconds. And you see that this animation have been created. So you will have to play the animation, and you see that you have your animation with the zoom on Roma. So you see that here you have all of your keyframe parameters that have been already applied to your animation. It is to know that another thing have been completed too is here. If you right click on your images here, you have the automatic smoothing or the smoothing approach that's enable to see a smooth view when the animation is getting the right position that you have predefined. Another thing really important is to see that your camera, so you see that you can move the camera, you can apply many things that you can of course predetermine here with the graph, or maybe if you want to be more precise here with your cursor. Sorry, it was behind me. So that's basically here you see all of the things, and here is to control your keyframes. So we'll see together another thing to set. So it's a point to point. So I will not record my project. So here you have another quick start parameters. It's the point to point. So here basically you will have to precise one point of interest. And so I don't know, I will choose, yeah, let's go to New Zealand, and maybe the Harbour Bridge, is to change my view a little bit, just to have this view just like that. So I'm fine with this view. So here you click on this arrow. So now you will just have to change your point of interest. Just change the view of your point of interest. So you can move into the map and just choose another view of your point of interest. Then you can click on the green arrow here. And you see that it's moving around your point of interest. So if this animation is okay with you, you just have to click here, and you have all of the view and parameters and the keyframes parameters here, so you can play your animation and you can change all of the parameters if you want to do so. So let's see together the third quick start animation parameters. So you will have to go into the menu New, Direct Access and Orbits. So you click on it, you don't record. And here you will have to choose one major point of starting point. So basically here the camera will turn around just like an orbit around your point of interest. So for example, if we go in Taj Mahal in India, you just have to set the view. So So I just discovered that you can't have all of the points of interest. So we will choose another example. So let's go to Big Ben in London. So you see Big Ben here, you have London Eye and Thames. Here the principle is really simple. The camera will move around this object, just in orbit around these points of interest. So one major point is to align the center of this point and to move forward. So once you are fine with all of the parameters, you can set the duration time of your animation, and if you're okay with that, you can accept this quick start. Here we are back into the keyframe and the interface of Google Studio. So here you can play your animation. You see the camera setting too. So if you want to record this animation just like that, you can see the rendering of your image sequence. So you have to select a folder, of course. You will have to choose if you want an image sequence or if you want video. Here you will choose the dimensions of your video, the position of the allocation, of course. You can choose the text element of the mention of Google Earth. So it is to know that if you want to make a production of it, you will have to indicate this little mention. So you can export the 3D tracking data in JSON file, for example, and you can choose the map style. So you can choose the explanation, or I don't know, if you want to have a high quality texture, etc. So here you can record it into the cloud rendering or not. So if I choose image sequence, you can choose a folder. So here you can start your recording. So it may take a while. It can depend on your connection, on your computer too. So you can record the modification here. So you see the image rendering here, just to print the animation we've done together. You see that all of the images that will be used to make the animation are currently loading into my folder. So if you want a video on that, you will have to process all of those images into a video editing software.